Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new video with me, Sherman. Today guys, I am taking a look at another game on Steam, one that I picked up for a pretty cheap price about a week ago, a couple weeks back maybe, I don't know. But I picked it up for on sale and it is called My Time in Portia. Now I know that this game's been out for a while and a lot of people have probably already played it. It is on Steam, it is on Switch, it is on Xbox, it's on PlayStation. But like I said, I just started buying some cheap games on Steam to check them out, and this was one of them, and I have to talk about it because my gosh, is this a great game. Now, I usually don't play games like this. It was actually my daughter who talked me into the game concept. She was trying to get me to get Stardew Valley because she's really big into it. She loves it. She thinks it's one of the best games ever made. And I was like, yeah, you know, but I'm kind of out of the outdated games. Like, I don't like playing games that look like they were made in back when the Super Nintendo existed. I want something new. So I picked up this one. I actually picked up a couple games like this, but this is the one that caught my attention the most. So what is My Time in Portia about? Well, they call it a life simulator game because, like, you basically come here and you create a life for yourself. You know, your father passed away or disappeared or went on an adventure somewhere else. He left you some property, so you come here, you take it over, and you become what's known as a builder. And you build things to help out the town, and you know, do all this different stuff. You go on adventures into dungeons or ruins or just in the wilderness. You meet the townsfolk, you have interactions with them where you build a kind of social, you know, experience with them, so you get to know them. And the more you get to know them, the more friendlier they are towards you. They start sending you gifts. You know, you don't just become their friend. In some cases, you can actually marry some of these people or date them or what have you. It's got a really interesting, like, NPC social aspect. And I really think that that's a really cool concept to have in a game. Now, there is crafting in the game. There's harvesting. Like, you have to build these planter boxes to grow plants. You have to, you know, harvest stuff. Like I said, you have to go out and farm for resources like wood and stone and minerals, so you can do all the crafting you need to do. Right now I'm working on making a kind of like a bus stop, but it's more like a stop for these little car things that you help build. And it goes way out in the map over here. And I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. I've been doing this stuff for a while now. You can see there on my mini-map, I have a quest here from somebody, I don't know who. It's called The Secret of Planting. It's probably something to do with one of the characters named Ellie, or Emily. She's a really kind of cute character you meet in the story. And I like the graphics. I think that you know, if you're going to do something like this, do it stylized. Don't make it too realistic. Make it kind of a cross between like a cartoon anime-esque game. And I think it'll do over well. And I think that's what they were looking for here. The scenery, the environments, it's kind of like a dystopian future game. There was some cataclysm that happened, and the world went into chaos, and they're rebuilding from it, you know. It's got a really good story too, which is kind of odd. And the story isn't just told through environment or, you know, whatever. The people tell you the story of things from the past, especially like when certain things happen in the game. So it's got a really interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Emily here so I can get this little bit of an interaction going on. If I can talk to her. Here we go. Hello. Oh, she needs something else, too. Appetite for a fruit salad. I will bring you one as soon as I can. Space. Let's go into here. Secrets planning.
When you're out and about, have you ever encountered plants that bear giant fruits?
I can't. No, I can't say that.
It's like this. You know how Mr. Watermelon didn't win in the end, so I was researching how to grow a bigger fruit. I read that there are species of plants that have giant fruits. I was just wondering if you've seen them before. Really? You're really the nicest person ever. Let's go ask together.
You got it, Emily. So, yeah, and this is one of those things where you'll get, like, the characters will join you just out of the blue to go on a little, like, adventure, and then you'll run around and you'll talk to people. It's just really interesting how they put the story and the game together. They did a really good job, again, with all this stuff. And I'm sitting here going, how come I never heard about this game? And it's because it didn't hit the limelight of, like, popularity. People just didn't blow this game up. It's not Pokemon. It's not, this kind of stuff. Stardew Valley even got more reputation than this game did, in my opinion. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying, like, it blows my mind that these games get this much stuff. So, Nora,
giant fruits? I've read through a lot of church lectures on plants, but I haven't seen any mention of particularly large fruits.
Thanks for the help, Nora.
And these are different characters that you learn about. And, like, the church is against technology, but it's funny, like, they have a fountain in the middle of their place, which would represent technology. So, it's kind of funny. Where else do I gotta go here? So I gotta go down to... Alright. But yeah, I mean, and this is what you'll do a lot of the times. You'll just get these random, side quests, and you'll go do them. And as you're playing through the game, you have, like, main story missions, which is, right now, we're trying to build a bridge to Blackrock or something like that. It's where the My Time in Blackrock takes place in the second game. We're building a bridge to help commerce and trade to that place. Hi, May. But you get to know some of these people very well. And, yes, I'm befriending Emily very much, and I'm befriending May very much. I'm kind of started befriending Alice, too, here.
Fruits. Well, the winner of the last autumn festival was pretty big. But I have heard of giant flowers, the flesh-eating kind. You don't...
That's good to know.
Yeah, I don't want to get eaten by a giant flower, thank you. And then, of course, we're going to go see Petra or Merlin over at the archaeological or the research center. It's actually an archaeological research center because they're kind of like trying to recover the things of the past and seeing if any of them will help evolve, mankind and stuff. And it's really a really cool kind of concept of a game or a storyline. And this is what I mean by, like, there's a lot of really cool stuff.
I read about them in a book once. I remember they said the old world did all types of genetic experiments on expanding the yield and size of fruits and crops. They even sent seeds into space for long periods of time.
Send them into space? That sounds very hard.
We're gonna have to go see a new person who shut up in town. But this is what I mean. Like, you're constantly on this journey with not only yourself, but, as yourself, but you're on this journey with the townsfolk, too. And I don't see that kind of RPG element in games too often. You don't see the companies going, hey, let's do this because we think it would work out really well. It does have a day-night cycle. It has a calendar cycle where you go through 3 or 4 months, and the seasons change throughout those months, so you can only plant in certain times and harvest in certain times. So it has, like, some reality type stuff elements to it, but it's not, like, real. You know what I mean? They capture a lot of this stuff, and the reason I think that I do like this game so much is, I've been playing games since the beginning of gaming, since, video games came around back in the early 2000s, or early 80s, And so gaming, to me, has always been pretty similar most of the time.
Giant fruits, huh? I believe I have seen them twice in my life. A long time ago, during the autumn festival, Sophie next door brought out this gigantic pumpkin. It was unbelievable. About the size of a small cow. Imagine that.
I have already, but Granny went to feed the chickens halfway through her story. Seems like she completely forgot about it. Anyway, what about the other time you've seen one?
The other time, I was at Tall Sky, climbing them sky towers. And round a kilometer up, I saw them. Giant grapes, the size of small pigs. It was a
Really? How come no one from Tall Skies ever mentioned them?
Because I was the only one who's ever seen them. In my dream.
Thanks for the help. We'll ask around. That's it. I give up. Wait. Maybe we should ask Martha. I remember she brought a way bigger than normal pineapple melon.
Alright, you gotta go back to town. Hopefully Martha's still awake. It's getting late, Emily. I would invite you for a sleepover, but I think that would be kind of weird considering, you know... I mean, we have known each other for 3 months in the game. Because I met Emily on my first day, and it was kind of funny. I came out of I started playing, and I came out of my gate, and she's just like skipping down the street, and I'm like, what? So weird. But I do really, like I said, I do really enjoy. May also has something she wants. I can tell because that is where May lives. She lives in the apartments there. So May's the reporter in town. So my guess is she probably wants a jewelry box or a photo album. Because I've been taking pictures lately of us. And is this Martha's home? Oh, we can't talk to her right now, Emily. We're gonna have to go to bed. Oh man. This is awkward. But yeah, and I do have to say, like, the graphics are very cartoony, they're very childlike. But at the same time, I like that. I like the fact that you have weapons and you fight in monsters in the world. You fight, you know, you go into these dungeons and you fight monsters. There's story dungeons, and then there's regular dungeons that you can do, like, repeatable run-throughs of. Emily, it's like almost midnight. You sure we want to do this? People might talk. It's gonna be really weird if she comes in my house. She's in my house. We've got to sleep. I mean, I would have put out a bed for her if I had an extra bed. Oh, man, I failed that mission because I didn't make it in time. See? And that's one of the things that you have to live with, is, you know, there's times when you're going to be able to do stuff, and whoa, big storm. You don't see a lot of really big storms, so when they happen, they kind of catch you off guard. You know, a lot of people are going to say, oh, why is that? I don't know, just because. Or keep all my things fueled up, just so I have them. And I need to get these placed so I can deliver this, and it's raining, so that's okay. I don't mind doing a delivery in the rain. I'm going to leave it there while I gather up the rest of my resources. Wait, I just grabbed all those, and I don't have to refuel this? Oh, I probably don't have any fuel, because I haven't gathered wood in a while. That's what it is. Let me check my wood. No, I'm out. Holy moly. I just got like 600 of those things. So I need to go here. Drop this off, this off. Oh, I'm dropping it off. I'm like, am I dropping it off the right one? And I can take that out because that doesn't go in here. And yes, I'm an organized freak. I don't put names on all my stuff. I memorize all the locations of what's in my boxes, so I just know. I do need to make some more herbs. Let's go ahead and do... I don't want to do 25. I'll do like 15, 16, because I think I need 2 per. Because I'm gonna have to create some more healing stuff. Because I was down in a dungeon, And so I'm going to have to create this. And I also want to create some first aid kits. So I'm going to have to get some Dragonheart, Cactus Fruit, and bandages. And those are dungeon loot. So, alright. Let me go grab that thing. And I'm going to talk while I deliver this. While I go drop this off. So again, like I said, this is... It's you know, to some people, it might not be a good game. I think that what it has to offer is just an interesting kind of, and I don't want to say concept, but it is. It's got an interesting concept to it, where you live out the life of your character in this town, and, you know, I don't invest my time into a lot of these games like this, primarily because... Oh man, I'm gonna have to hold that one off because I just can't do it. I don't have time. Oh, why did I come here? I need to go to the other... And I haven't figured out how to get the map to expand. To show more of the map. I've been pretty far away from, like, into some of these green areas that you don't see. So I'm like, why isn't this showing up? And a lot of people are probably wondering, why aren't you doing this with a mount? Because you can get mounts in the game. I don't have one right now, so I'm just gonna have to hoof it. And I gotta make it past that big building there, because I gotta go up by that waterfall. The big waterfall up there. That's where I gotta deliver this. And yes, my guy is super strong. Like all, you know, world people. I'm going to go ahead and set myself with my sword, because I don't remember if I get into very many fights way out here. Usually it's like in, they're like the cataclysm zones or something like that. It's where bad things are. It's over there near those buildings. There's like, big monsters. Big monsters. And yeah, I can come out here and I can harvest wood and other things, and I probably will do that since I'm out here. And I'm looking to put one of these up out here, or they're asking me to. Way out here. Look how far out I am. I know, some of you are like, you're not that far from the town. I might not be, but for me, it's actually quite far out. I haven't been out this far. So I don't know what's out here. Some creatures across the way. But I do need wood, so I'm going to go ahead and grab some while I'm out here, so I can restock all my furnaces. And, yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you're interested in this game, I think it's like $20 on Steam. It's $20 on Xbox, I'm pretty sure. I think it's $20 on the Switch as well. I think it's $20 wherever you buy it. And you can't even get this on the cell phone, which is crazy. Like, they have a cell phone version of this game. Now, it doesn't have multiplayer or crossplay, so, you know, you're okay there, I think. But I wish it did. I wish it had, you know, cell phone crossplay or crossplay on everything, because it's such a good game that I could just imagine what this game would be like playing this with a group of friends. There are weapons that you can get that I haven't unlocked yet. Apparently you can get, like, guns and stuff. Like, it blows my mind, like, how much this game has to it of what you can do and everything, so. But so far, I mean, really, really cool. Environments, really cool characters that you meet, really good story, and they apparently they added voice acted characters after the game had come out. Like, originally it didn't have any voice acting, now it does. Not all of them have voice acted moments, but there is a lot of voice acting in the game, and I think that's another, like, bonus if you're looking for you know, something that has a little bit more to it. But yeah, I do enjoy playing it. Since I picked it up, you know, since I started playing it, like, this and Salt 2 is the ones I've been playing the most. Out of, like, 8, 9, 10 games I bought, one of the games didn't work, unfortunately. It just kept crashing on me every time I tried to like click on the you know, start game in the game. Like, it would get that far, but that's it. And then once I'd click start game, it'd kick me to the desktop, and like the game would just shut down, and no errors, nothing. I'm like, this is weird. So I looked it up, and a lot of people apparently had that problem with that game. It was a go-kart racing game. Yeah, I like all games, guys. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Hunting, fishing, you know. I like some RPG games, but I'm not a big fan of turn-based stuff. I'm really not. Haven't been since I played action combat games. But I do think that, like, this game, like, if somebody asked me how would you describe this game, I would say it's a little bit of Zelda, a little bit of Minecraft, a little bit of, like, I would say it's a little bit of Zelda, a little bit RPG, a little bit survival, a little bit of, like, and if that doesn't explain it, like, I have no way of explaining it. It's like a little bit of all these different types of games that you played, but done in a way that just makes the game experience fun. It's not too overbearing. It's not too overly complicated. It's not, you know, it's really not anything other than just a fun little game that you can kill time on. And I know that sounds weird, but there's times where I'll play a game like here recently I started playing Assassin's Creed again, and that's a huge game. That is, I mean, huge world, and it was Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I was like, oh my god, am I ever going to be able to finish this stuff, because there's so much to it. And so I did. I got, like, 46% complete with the story, and I'm like, you know, like 70 hours in, I'm like, yeah, I need to take a break, because this is too much game, you know, like, too much stuff. I'm 26 hours into this, and I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way at all, like I did with Odyssey. And I think that's why, when you play some games, like, when people ask me, you know, like, have you ever played the Pokemon games? Dude, I played the originals. I started with, like, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. And the first one I played was Blue. And I had a Squirtle, and I wind up beating Blue, I think, like 3 or 4 months in. I beat the final gym leader stuff, you know, in that game, and I was just like, wow, like, this is crazy. I never played Red, but my friend did, and we traded Pokemon, because it did have Pokemon trading that you had to use a link cable for. So we traded Pokemon, and then another friend of mine got Yellow, and yeah, so I wind up getting a Pikachu from the Yellow that way. And then I had Mew. I got Mew myself, and my friend got Mew too. And you know, and it was funny because, like, when I beat the game, I had, like, my original Squirtle, I had Mew, I had Charizard, I had a Caterpillar. Well, you know, it started out as the Caterpillar, and then it became the Moth thing and all that. And I had that all, just like that. That was my team when I beat the game, as far as I can remember. And most of my characters were, like, super high level. I was in my 70s. You know, my creatures were, and I was like, and I'm watching people today, and they're like, oh, you know, you can beat it at level 40 or whatever. I'm like, dude, I was at 70 when I beat it. I played the crap out of that game. I explored everything. I went and got every fossil, all that. And that was, you know, like, Pokemon was cool. And so when I got into this game, like, yeah, it doesn't have that Pokemon element. It has that Pokemon kind of feel. But you're not collecting creatures. You're literally just going out gathering resources and stuff. And, you know, you're surviving in this strange dystopian world. But all I can say is, Patha, I think is the name of the Partha. I don't know. The company that made this had such a genius idea for a game that they didn't do just good the first time. They made a sequel. And to me, if a game is doing that good to where you make a sequel, then don't stop, please. Keep going, because I want to see what else you come up with, because you've got a fan here already. And I've been looking at other games like this now just because of playing this. I want to see what the other ones are. In fact, one of them I picked up was a pirate version, and I haven't really played it much, so I can't say, you know, whether it's like super good or it's going to be great or anything like that. What is this? Cinnamon. Okay, I can put that in my cooking stuff. And like I said, I'll get 700 or 800 pieces of this, and like it'll just go. This is nuts. Fall from the tree. Okay, so I can use that in food cooking. This can go in my food cooking thing. This can go in my food cooking thing because it's all used for that. Or I can put that in my plant thing over here. The dye to make dye. I'm gonna leave it there so I know where it's at. Let me go ahead and open these nests. But yeah, when I say this game has like social elements and everything, I'll show you. So you have like your character, and you get skill points when you level up, and you put those skill points into different things. I've mostly been focusing on like relationship stuff, and then like this. I haven't even done my max endurance, which I guess increases how much I can carry somehow. I don't know how, but it will. You know, tree cutting gives me double, and I should put into that. I need more wood all the time. And then down here, like, you have your missions. These are the ones I've done since I've been in the game. You got your commerce commissions. I've done several of them. And then you have, like, your handbook. This is where all your recipes are stored. This is passed down to you from your father. And I've gone through and researched, like, brought these discs back so I can research and learn a lot more recipes. So I have all these new recipes that I can craft, or I can build and put in my house. This forge, I really want to put one in my house, but I have another project. I need to get this crane started soon. Social aspects, you can see, like, me and her, we've actually gone out, like, not on a date, but we've gone out and done things together. We've played, we've taken pictures together, all that. Emily, me and her have pictures together. I can, you know, pull this up, and then you start to learn more about them as you progress, like their preferences, by giving them different things, and then they'll tell you they want certain things. Relationship perks once you build a relationship with them. Like me and her, we're not friends yet, but once we reach that friendship area, she'll start giving me random gifts at times. Then you have your world map. You have a calendar, and it tells you what time of the year it is. Right now it's fall, I think, and then we're gonna go into winter, which I haven't been to winter yet. And then it's back in the spring and stuff. And then we have the summer festival, kind of like summer festival. And then this is when they celebrate Halloween. This is weird. And then back into the autumn. And it says here, you can read it, you know, like these are the different seasons. So I really can't wait to see more of that. Then you have your photo book, and you can see I have like a selfie. The selfie is just you taking a photo of something. So really cool there. And, you know, I have, like, group photos. I have a lot of them. Like, as you can see, I have several of me and May, me and Emily, things like that. And it's just because I find it, like, that part of the game to be really cool, and just fun to mess around with. Like, being able to interact with the citizens in the world really just does make you go, wow, that's really cool. I'm glad they, you know, somebody did this with a game where you can interact with the people. Now, it said I can cook that. I don't know if that's true, but we'll find out. I'll use it in a recipe here soon. And there's things that I don't even know if they're recipes, by the way. So, like, you have to be really careful in what you keep. Like, that's just loot, so I can actually move that over. It'll tell you if it's just loot, you know, that's just loot. And I know the rest of the stuff because is from different areas, so really cool. It's just, I don't know, it's just a really cool game that, you know, it's not too bad, it's not too good, it's just right. I'll put it that way. So I'm really enjoying the aspects the game has. Let me just put it that way. And I know a lot of people might not be into it as much as I am. I don't expect you to be. I just have so much, I'm just having so much fun with this game that I just keep playing. I just keep pushing myself to play more and more of it. And the more and more I get into it, the more fun I have. So it's really cool. And you can find like ancient relics. Like this is an ancient relic. This is an ancient relic. This fan's a relic. The mirror's a relic too. I found that in the ruins. And this is a relic. And some of them come in pieces and you have to put them all together. That's what these chests are. Different relic pieces that I haven't put together. Or I have, and these are just, some of them are extras. And it's just, like I said, it's a really cool game. Really fun concept. If you haven't checked out My Time at Portia, you guys know what that means. Check the link in the description. And you'll find a link to their website and to the Steam page where you can buy it if you want to get it on Steam. Right now it's not on sale, so it would be the full purchase price. But I will tell you this. If you're looking for a game and you're like me, live in a desert where it gets to 120 degrees sometimes, you know, you don't want to go hang out in that sun. You want to do something inside. This is a great game to just chill, enjoy the cool air inside your house, and just have fun. If you're having, you know, like, you're not going on holiday this summer, go play some My Time at Portia. It's a great game. Really, again, really fun to play and just really enjoyable. Really surprisingly enjoyable. So, but that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, that's the game. Is everything I've pretty much shown you. You build stuff, you take it and you deliver it either to the place where it needs to be put, or you take it to somebody. You interact with the people and you have, you know, relationships with them, and you build relationships. Mayor Go, okay. DD stop, the bridge to Amber Island, and a street light. Okay, yeah, I can do that, man. No problem. I'll get to it right here in a minute. So yeah, it's again, it's just, you know, if you're interested in the game, check it out. But you guys know what's coming next. If you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, please subscribe. And if you guys want to see more videos on My Time at Portia, or want to see some playthrough, let me know in the comments below. If I get enough comments on it, I'll do a playthrough of the game and, you know, show you guys what the game is really about. Other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and this guy might see you in game. Bye!